So, when you're just on your phone and you're scrolling through social media, well, it's typically just a waste of time, but there's a way that you can actually capitalize, or you can think about utilizing the time while you're browsing to brainstorm and then actually bank on the concept of taking that time and turning it into something valuable, specifically creating something here that we can make money online with. So just the other day, because I have a head cold, I was laying in bed and I was doom scrolling my way through social media. But while I was doing that, I took the time to take some screenshots of some ideas. And then I decided, hey, let me take these ideas and take them over to ChatGPT and let the AI assist me with a little brainstorming. Now, here are the 3 images that I captured on my phone simply by doing a screenshot. The first one is probably the most interesting one overall when you're thinking of all the things that ChatGPT can do for you when you're thinking about brainstorming and coming up with ideas, and specifically technology that can make you money online. Then the second one is really interesting from the standpoint of I was looking at a Facebook ad, or like I said, I was just scrolling on my phone, typically doing what we do when we're just wasting time, or in this case, laying in bed because I had a head cold. And I stumbled across this ad, and then I was like, ChatGPT can help me brainstorm some ideas, specifically around creating content, or what this person is saying. I can summarize the thoughts or the process or the concept of this idea. The next one is going to be probably the most valuable one. The third one, and we're going to look at that last, which is a piece of content where somebody was sharing their thoughts and their process, or the way that you can come up with niches where people are looking for very specific information about something that used to be popular, but now is what we would think of as a very small or micro niche. Go back to the first one. Again, here's a screenshot, and we're looking at this. You can see this says, use the image creation tool to generate 2 clean modern website designs, then visually analyze the created images to extract key elements, encode these elements into a single HTML file, finally compress this file using Python to enable downloading. Now, there are a couple elements here, or a couple things that I learned about ChatGPT just from grabbing the screenshot and then going into ChatGPT to do some brainstorming. But before we move on to that, I want to give credit where credit is due. This is inside of the ChatGPT experts group inside of Facebook, and you can see the creator of the piece of content here. The original thought came from Matteo Leroy. And again, all I did was take a screenshot of this, and then I went into ChatGPT and I used advanced data analytics to read the text and then run the image as the prompt. Now you can see that I actually had an issue here because I wasn't aware of the capability that ChatGPT currently has now as of the time I'm shooting this video. Because typically what I do is I go inside of ChatGPT Plus, and yes, we're thinking here you have to pay for ChatGPT Plus, but the idea here is to browse social media, brainstorm ideas, and then bank. And to do that, to come up with ideas based upon the time that you're spending on social media and then make money from them online, it requires a little bit of investment inside of this tool, or in this tool is $20 a month currently. But the idea here is ChatGPT 4 gives you default, browse with Bing, advanced data analysis, plugins, and DALL-E 3. But the key here is, and the thing that I learned from this doom scrolling session, is you can leave it on default and things now happen a little differently. So if we go back to Matteo's post and you look at the screenshot of him inside of ChatGPT 4, you can see it says all tools, but my focus here landed on DALL-E 3 because it was creating an image. So what I did is I grabbed advanced data analytics. So inside of ChatGPT, I went here and I selected advanced data analytics. Now the thing that this is doing is this is telling ChatGPT, or this chat session, to only use advanced data analytics. The key here now is once I ran that image, the image that I took a screenshot of my phone, or the image that I got from the screenshot on my phone, I was able to get the actual prompt or the text that he used. Now I've learned you can just copy that, and then you can go inside of ChatGPT, and it's just ChatGPT or the default. You can tell it exactly what Matteo told or shared in that group, and it gave me this awesome idea, or it gave me an idea, the ability to brainstorm with AI to see how I could utilize the technology to do this function, to create or to generate design ideas for different types of websites that I could design. And then it actually wrote the HTML. Then it created a zip file, and then I was able to click and download that zip file. And here you can see the zip file that it downloaded, and then it actually gave me the HTML file, which I could then open up in a web browser, for example, here in Safari, and you can see the actual website it created just from this browse session, this brainstorm session, and then this idea of this concept of, if I don't know HTML, I can now take that and learn from it, both in the idea of creating two designs, understanding what each element in the design is, and then actually getting the HTML code. And here you can see the finished work. That is where it zipped it up. But the other finished work here is the actual code that it created. And then you can copy this code and you can put it in some type of editor, and you could learn exactly all of the elements, and you could literally start learning how to code just from this simple idea that all came while I was just doom scrolling on my phone, again, with a head cold, laying in bed. Actually did all this on my phone just to start, just to get these ideas, just to take it to the next level of thinking, wow, I'm not wasting my time anymore. I'm actually being productive laying here scrolling social media on my phone. Next up is the second example. And again, I was scrolling and I landed, or this Facebook ad, it's a post, but it's sponsored, so it's an ad. It caught my attention. This is my most popular article of all time, and it gave the link. It's been read by more than 48,000 people. And get this, every time someone clicks this link, my business earns an average of $11.05 as a result. Now, I didn't actually click the link. I screenshotted the image that you see here, and then I did the exact same thing. I wanted ChatGPT to analyze this ad, so I gave it the screenshot, and you can see here that it said, currently I'm unable to directly access the content from URLs, again because I selected the advanced data analysis, because I wasn't aware at the time that you could just use, or now you could just use the default option and access all of the plugins or all of the built-in features that ChatGPT has given us. But I did have it read the text, and then I was able to take it and take it over and then go into with that URL, and then enabling web browsing or browse with Bing. You can see I was able to brainstorm or continue this session of not just doom scrolling and wasting my time, but taking that screenshot, letting, or being lazy and letting ChatGPT analyze the text or analyze the ad, and then give me that text, and then open up a new chat and ask it to browse and read the article and give me a summary. Then it gave me a summary, and then I said, well, you know what? Any recourse mentioned or any action that I should be taking. And then you could see that it continued on and it started giving me more information. And at this point, I'm looking at the article, and the article is helping me further brainstorm or come up with ways to make money online, specifically in this case, based upon an interest of Facebook ads or the way Facebook ads work, and or how to come up with a better strategy to do Facebook ads based upon this article. And you can see that the site details that by implementing this customer-centric approach, they have seen significant results such as reduced lead cost, increased engagement metrics, and doubled or even tripled sales conversion rates. The idea and the concept here is a fundamental change from traditional funnel-based tactics to a more organic relationship building strategy that aligns with the evolving digital marketing landscape. Now, of course, you can go to that article and you can learn more from the person that ran the ad. Of course, that being Amanda Bond. You could even go to the Facebook ads library and you could take a look and you could see how long this ad has been running to judge its effectiveness. But as you can see, there's 80 comments, 60 shares, 190 reactions there, thumbs up, hearts, and different emojis. Thinking how, what, why, and really what is the significance of this ad based upon what the goal of the ad is. And then you're looking at it as someone that is trying to generate traffic, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, that session, that doom scrolling session turned into a browse, brainstorm, and bank session, because now I'm looking at people's content at a different way. I'm just scrolling and saying, oh, that's interesting. I'm taking the time to just take a simple screenshot, literally just take a small action and say, now, ChatGPT, do some brainstorming for me. Literally not even doing the brainstorm myself, but just getting further information from what I saw during this doom scrolling session. And I'm pretty sure at this point in these first two examples, you see the power of this idea of browse, brainstorm, and bank. This concept, this idea of not wasting time just scrolling, or just spending your time and you're scrolling and you're looking at your phone and you're thinking, wow, this is cool. Those are some great ideas. Just taking it to that next level, taking a screenshot, and the power of ChatGPT that we have with ChatGPT Plus, uploading that screenshot, and it actually reads the text or it evaluates what's going on in the image and then gives you that additional information. And then you're going to get that light bulb moment. You're going to say to yourself, wow, I could turn this into something. I can actually start creating my own content based around what I am seeing and learning based upon the time that I've spent or the time that I'm spending just browsing social media and other people's content. But the third one that I want to share with you is from Neville Medora. And you can see here, this is just an overall sort of high-level concept that he gave away. When an industry dies, it doesn't just appear into oblivion right away. It slowly shrinks and shrivels and consolidates, then becomes a small niche or a micro niche. Think gas lanterns, vinyl records, horse carriages. I saw this and I was like, that's super cool. But then I was like, you know what? Screenshot. Let's go to ChatGPT and see how we can utilize this and dig even deeper. Of course, but at this point, I want to show you another thought here in this concept of browse, brainstorm, and bank. And it's based on using your own ideas, your own frameworks, or your own strategies. Here I said, read the text in the image. Remember, I just took a simple screenshot on my phone and I uploaded it into ChatGPT because I wanted it to read the text versus me having to type it in. So I'm being super lazy to do a brainstorming session. But I'm saying, give me the thought or keep the thought going and give me 20 more niches, but use my own sort of strategy or hierarchy that I like to break these down into when I'm thinking about picking a niche or drilling down and coming up with a topic to create content on. I said, use the hierarchy of market, niche, topic, and then give me 20 ideas. Then you can see here, the text extracted from the image reads, and it literally just took the tweet from Neville and said, when an industry dies, it doesn't just disappear into oblivion right away. It slowly shrinks and shrivels, then consolidates, then becomes a small niche or a micro niche. And his examples were gas lanterns, vinyl records, and horse carriages. Then you can see it goes straight into it. And it says, continuing with this theme, I'll provide you with a hierarchy of 20 more niches following the format of market, niche, topic. Here you can see that it did that. And you can see that now we have all these different niches. Vintage lighting, of course, that was oil lamps or gas lanterns. Historical vehicles, talking about Model Ts. Then you can see it goes into legacy audio systems, vinyl record players, analog photography, darkroom equipment, pocket watches in the niche of classic timepieces. Then it keeps going down here. You can actually see different markets and different niches, silent films, historical drinks. The idea and the concept here is I used that doom scrolling session, that browse session, to now utilize ChatGPT to help me brainstorm different markets, different niches, different topics that I could easily start creating content on and tap into a small or a micro niche that you might think is small, but really there are tons of people looking for this information. And then of course, then you could take that as an affiliate marketer or as an entrepreneur, thinking as an affiliate marketer or acting as someone that understands and knows that you could simply create helpful content and then link out the products that people are going to be interested in buying in these small niches based around these very specific topics. That again, all came from this concept of this idea while I'm laying in bed with a head cold, just doom scrolling, wasting my time, but now tapping into a virtual gold mine of what was just wasting my time doom scrolling, now into thinking like a real entrepreneur, utilizing the technology that is out there and available for everyone to access and relatively cheap. Again, it's $20 to join ChatGPT Plus. I'll tell you right now, it's the best $20 I spend every month. So if you dig this idea of browse, brainstorm, and bank, utilizing or using your time effectively when you're just doom scrolling on your phone, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.